Some big changes this week in our WKBN high school boys basketball power rankings, mainly because we had some important games last week when it comes to that race for a conference crown.
And there are some big games this week that will no doubt shake up our top 10 once again. We begin with number 10, and that is Sharon. The Tigers are down 2 spots following a loss on Tuesday night to Meadville. But everything they want is still in front of them. They have won 15 games so far this season, and they sit atop the Region 5 standings with Hickory. And they're the only team to beat the Hornets this season. The rematch will be our WKBN Game of the Week coming up this Friday night.
Moving on to number 9, Lakeview. The Bulldogs are back in our top 10 after 3 straight wins, including a 30-point victory over Struthers last night and a 3-point win over South Range last Friday in our WKBN Game of the Week. Lakeview is 13-3 overall, with their only losses coming against Boardman, Poland, and Girard, all teams that at one point of this season have been part of our power rankings.
At number 8 is where we find the LaBrave Vikings. The Vikings tumble a few spots following another league loss to state-ranked Ashtabula Edgewood. 2 of their 3 losses this season have come to the Warriors, so the AAC Blue Tier title is theirs for the taking. LaBrave will close out the regular season with the 6 remaining teams in the conference, and then a non-league matchup with Springfield, which could very well be our WKBN Game of the Week.
Moving on to number 7, that's where we find the Farrell Steelers. They are moving up 2 spots in our power rankings this week. They have now won 4 straight, improving to 12-3 on the campaign. They remain perfect in their conference at 8-0 and are coming off a 64-point win over Mercer last night. Steelers are 1 win away from clinching the Region 2 title.
At number 6, the Springfield Tigers. Now, Springfield drops a few spots after suffering the 2nd loss of the season, a 3-point setback to Sebring last week. Both of those losses have come in the Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference this year, but the league is still theirs for the taking. They have 3 tough games coming up with Mineral Ridge, Lowville, and Waterloo in the next 8 days. If they can win those, they'll be the conference champions.
Be a tough stretch. At number 5, Bristol. The Panthers have quietly climbed our power rankings after 8 straight wins. They are perfect at 10-0 in the NAC, 13-2 overall, and the 5th-ranked team in the entire state right now in Division 4. But their schedule coming up will tell us how really good they are. Their next 3 games are McDonald, Badger, and Windham, 3 of the best Division 4 teams in our area.
At number 4, Poland. The Bulldogs are up 2 spots following their 7th straight victory. They are 12-2 overall and a perfect 9-0 in the Northeast 8 Conference. They've now defeated every team in the league at least one time. One interesting note, the only 2 non-conference games they have left of the schedule are Edgewood and Windham, both of which are ranked in the state top 10.
They'll be ready for the tournament for sure. Moving on to number 3, Boardman. The Spartans are up a spot and seem to be getting better with every game they play. They've won 13 games this year, including 9 in a row. In fact, they just beat Howland by 40 points last night. They're a perfect 7-0 in the All-American Conference Red Tier standings and can clinch the title with 1 more league win.
At number 2, the Hickory Hornets. The Hornets are red hot with a staggering 17 wins on the year. They've won 9 in a row, and most of those have not been close. The only team to beat them this season was Sharon, and the rematch is set for this Friday night on high school basketball's biggest stage. First place and quite possibly the Region 5 title will be on the line when Sharon and Hickory meet in our WKBN Game of the Week.
And for the 4th straight week, our number 1 team, Kennedy Catholic. The Eagles continue to win with one of the toughest schedules in the country. Kennedy is playing 10 teams from 5 different states this year. They're 13-3 overall. They've won 8 in a row and are dominating their league, winning those Region 7 games by more than 28 points per contest. And all eyes will be on the Eagles this Saturday night when they host Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. That'll be a game featuring 2 defending state champs with a combined 17 state titles between them. It's a special Saturday edition of our WKBN Game of the Week.
2 star-studded casts for the Eagles and Irish, maybe the most star-studded game we've had in a long, long time.
And a great one to watch on TV. That's a look at our WKBN Power Rankings. We'll do it again next Wednesday right here at WKBN.com.